Good evening, everyone. Let some people jump on here with us real quick. If you pop in the page, hit the big like button. See the like, the big thumbs up, and let me know who's in the room. Say hello and hi. How is everybody tonight? It's a little after 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Hello, Stacy. How are you? Renee's here. Hello, Renee. How are you? Pepper Moon. How are you? Mary's here. LJ's Epic Channel's here. Good evening from Florida. Tenacious Disaster. Hello. Martha Humphrey. Hello from Virginia. Martha, where are you at in Virginia? Wendy. Hello from Washington State. Pretty Eyes. Hey. Barbara from Ohio. Charlene. Hello. Heather. Hello, Santa. Sandra said, good old Bama. One of the guys I work with is from Mobile, Alabama. And he is, that is his nickname, is Bama. Summertown, Tennessee. Hello, Michelle. I do have some new news. I'm going to share with you here. I'm going to let some people jump on. And Lisa, hello from Virginia Beach. Working in Georgia. Stacy said, I'm from Alabama, but I'm in Georgia. I love the Georgia accent. There's something about a Georgia accent that is just unbelievable. It's something that when I hear it, Pikey, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, hopefully Cherry Grove. And do me a favor, if you are in Cherry Grove, go by the Nose and support Nose. That is probably the best place around I've ever been to is Nose down in Cherry Grove, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. Patrick posted a video of them all at home. I have not seen that video. Be careful. Some of these videos that are being uploaded again are videos of that has been shot in the past and are being uploaded now. Now, I got enough people. I got 200 people here in the room with us. I do want to share with you, up on Patrick's page, he has put up a new channel. It's called Truth, Facts, and Beyond. He said, here is the place where you will get the facts and the truth, not running or hiding here. No running or hiding here. It is when you click on the page, and I did. When you click on the page, this is his Facebook page, guys. When you click on it, it takes you to a quote unquote message page to where he can shoot messages out. He can shoot polls. He can ask questions. You can answer. You can say yes or no to it, and it'll tell you which percentage of people agree and disagree with him. So that is the new thing. And again, he's put this up on his Facebook page. It is called Truth, Facts, and Beyond. Here is the place you can get all the facts and the truth, no running or hiding here. So, sorry I'm late, Pickle. No, Pickle and Pimento. No, you're fine. That's his old chat page. Okay, he's got like 2,500 followers there. And I did see where he had put tonight on his Facebook page that that's where he will be commenting on a lot of things. So for the time being, that's where I think a lot of stuff will go. I think he'll still post. Terry said, I clicked on it. Not that I don't believe what he says, but right. Do you know Dixon Mays? I do not. Should I? Hello, Tracy. From Indiana. How are you? Give me a piece of random advice. Piece of random advice. That's a good question. That is a really good question. Uh, be careful in this world. There's a lot of people out there looking to scam you. That's just a random advice. And but here's the other side of that. There's a lot of good people in this world as well. Don't let the ones that scam you deter you away from the ones that are good to you. Uh, the best advice I can give you, if you got your mom or your dad still living and you're in that good relationship with them, make sure you pick the phone up and call them. Make sure you tell them you love them. I think sometimes time gets in the way of things. And as you start getting older, life gets in the way of things. So every now and then, if you got brothers and sisters, every now and then, if you got that friend you went to college with or you went to high school with and you haven't seen in years, pick the phone up and just tell them, man, I was thinking about you today. And just let them know you love them. That you never know when they're not going to be here with you. And that's the best random advice I can give you is just make sure you let the people around you know that you love them and you care about them. A new Kenwood stereo system. Brian, I'll see what I can do, buddy. Are you married? I am not. Believe it or not, I know what you're thinking. I know, but the elves, they keep me, Miss Claus is still here though, but don't. Are you 63? I feel like it. I am not. I'm in my 50s. So I know it's been a hard life. But let me tell you, when you deal with elves and reindeers all day, it's hard. It's a battle. It really is. I got to make sure candy canes are here. I got to make sure the deer are fed. It's a hard life. Hey, Kim, how are you? She's in Georgia, guys. Groot from Australia. Hello, mate. What do you think? Huh? I don't look 63. Thank you so much. Just guessing. That's fine. You glasses. Yes. See the black? See the red? Wonder why that is. Huh? Huh? Do you want to? Oh, Joe Whack. Really? All right, let me get a good laugh. Okay. All right. Is that all right? I look good in glasses. Thank you. But guys, no, I just wanted to pop on here tonight and just talk with you a little bit. Like I said, Patrick has put up a new page. Some people said it's an old page, but for a lot of us, it's a new page that we saw on Facebook. Hello, everyone from Greenville, South Carolina. Uh, it's called Truth, Facts, and Beyond. It is a message page, and it's basically what's going to happen is you cannot respond to the page. He's going to be the only one. He can put things out on the page, and he can put like polls and questions and things like that, and you can answer that, but you're not going to be able to put comments and things like that on the page. So this is a way for him to get stuff out there without getting attacked. There's no question about it. Deborah Dempsey, $14.99 a month. What is $14.99 a month? Is that his page? How much is he charging? I am not sure. I clicked on it and it just took me to a link. It looked like if you've ever got a message from somebody through Facebook, that's what it looked like. It looked like a messenger page. My grandbaby's running around saying it's Santa. You never know. Never know. That grandbaby better be good. That's all I know. Well, I share this up. Yes, you know that as well as I do. As soon as something comes around or he sends something out, and I will share that with you. Guys, that is the whole purpose of this page, is to make sure you are informed. A lot of people are sitting here. I've had several people today sitting there going, oh, you're trying to get rich off of the Whitaker. No, that I've told you before. If the Whitakers or somebody around them can come up with a platform to where money can be donated to the Whitakers in a way that it is overseen in a proper way. I have no money. I have no issues donating money to the Whitakers. It just has to be done right, folks. Nothing shady behind it. Nothing, you know. And here's the thing too. Somebody sit there and said, "Oh, you're trying to get rich." I'm not on here asking for money. That's no. I'm on here to make sure this is a safe platform. So many things get twisted and turned. We don't want that. We just want good people talking with people, sharing their opinion, nobody jumping on them. If somebody does come into the room and we see it and it's nasty, we boot them out. I love each and every one of you. I want to be happy with you. I want people to be happy, and I want people to share what they're thinking and what they're talking about. Hello, wild lady. Hello from Nebraska. Um, Sam B said 40 miles away from the Whitakers. Yes. Doodle Sprouts. Oh, there's Doodle Sprouts. Hello, Doodle Sprouts. I do remember you. This is heartbreaking. Tricia says, hi from West Virginia. What has happened now? Crimes and consequences. Uh, Basically, all we've really discussed is Patrick has put up a page, and evidently it's a page that he's had in the past. It's designed basically as a message page on Facebook to where he can send messages out, but nobody can comment or do things like on that side of it. You can, if he'll put a poll up, he'll say, do you agree with me? Yes or no. You can click on those, and it'll show you the percentages of who's agreeing with him and who's not agreeing with him. So things like that. Where did Josh go, the nephew? I could not tell you. I could not tell you. Can we show you the singamajigs? Um, I'm not paying $14.95 a month. Christine said, "Wow, I'm finally catching you live from Elon. I am misplaced from Virginia." Okay. How is Ray Ray? Guys, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything. I know we went through the incident last night to where people were saying there was a video out of Timmy getting abused. And again, I have not seen that video. And from what a lot of people in the chat have been saying, they found the video not to be true. They found it to be an older video, possibly. So again, I have not seen that video. From what I've understand and what I've heard and seen, as far as I know, the family's being well taken care of, and that is what I know based upon things we've seen. Christina said, "I've seen the video." Yep. Where is Betty and Larry? Betty is at Patrick's. She is staying there with Patrick at this time. Larry, I'm assuming, is still in the trailer up from the old house where they were in. There was a pull along trailer that was setting up there. I believe Larry is up there, probably with BJ if BJ's there. Where is BJ? Tool Time Channel. Exactly. I don't want to see it. That you're exactly right. I have no desire to see it. And guys, if people pop in here and you know that they're not supposed to be in here with us, and you feel like they need to go, please shout it out to me. Let me know. Guys, this is a safe space. I'm not going to handle no junk. Nope. Don't want it. Patrick shared pics of them. I have not seen those. I'd like to see those. If he has shared them somewhere, please let me know. I have not seen those. Wonder if gift boxes can be sent. Guys, here's the thing, hold off on any donations. I know everybody's got a good heart. Everybody wants to send them something. But right now, with the investigation going on, please be careful. Be really careful what you send. Just hold off. And like I said, when something is done properly, I hope everybody knows when it's done properly to where you can send things. But as of right now, do not send them. Yep, Donna said, do not send anything at all. Are they all together? From what I understand, and this is what I've heard through the videos, and I only go based upon the videos I've seen, folks. Somebody had made reference to the fact that they were all together. Now, if that's true or not, I'm not sure. I'm only going based off of what I've heard on one of the videos. Prayers for all of them. Yes. Somebody make a good point here. They said they thought Patrick's house was not livable. I think there's a section of Patrick's home that is not livable. That's where the money had come into place, where people were saying that he needed the $3,000, $4,000 to put sheetrock up and things like that. That's where the house is not livable. We watched Eric go through the video to where he was walking through the house, and you know, I think that's what's not livable. I do think there's a section though that is livable. And so I think he's working on the house. I think he's in that process of working on the house. Mobile, Alabama. Carol said she finally catches alive. Hello, Carol. Is Ray getting his smokes? I hope so. That seemed to be Ray's enjoyment. He loved his cigarettes there. He was smoking them cigarettes. That seemed to be his enjoyment. So I hope they, I know they're not good for you, but hopefully he's getting something that, can help him. Right on Smoky Chews. Well, okay. I've seen videos of both. So I got that on my messenger. Yep, he chews. I thought he chewed snuff. He does because you saw the rolls that they had got him for the snuff. But I think some of the older videos you see, he does have a cigarette in some of the older videos, I believe. Yep, him and Larry Chew, correct. Somebody says he does both. Yeah, like I said, for some reason I have it in my head. I've seen him with a cigarette somewhere working in the yard, and then I've seen him also doing the snuff. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Guys, Barbara said, pray for my husband Jim being treated at the VA hospital, and my sister Janie found out she's got breast cancer. I am so sorry, Miss Barbara. So guys, yeah, put Jim and Janie into your prayers tonight, and I am so sorry. Hopefully God will protect them and keep them safe, and let's see if we can get a healing here. Call 72 says, pray for my mom. She's real sick as well. Call, we can do that. We can do that, folks. So call 72 with his mom or her mom. And we got Jim and Jamie. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Guys, when we all work together and send out a lot of prayers, it can make a difference. Did they condemn the house? As far as I know, yes. It's not livable. I don't know what the condition of the house is right now. I don't know if they're in the process of tearing it down. Somebody said they had seen Larry coming in removing stuff from the house, so I don't know if somebody has sat there and said, "Hey, we're getting ready to demolish it" or something like that. Can you get stuff out? Not sure. Only going based on the last thing that I had heard, it had been condemned. Larry had been getting some things out of the house, maybe cleaning, doing some stuff in there. But as for it being demolished or anything, I haven't heard anything on that. Let's see. Is Patrick doing a live tonight? Not that I know of. I haven't seen anything come out on that. So I don't know. A lot of people have the feeling of He'll post the videos right now, but maybe not do lives and things like that until the investigation part is over. Any chance of you taking over the donations? No. Guys, this has to be done properly. I'm a guy that sits and talks on the radio during the day, and I deal with elves and reindeer at night. This is something that has to be done properly. It's got to be set up properly. There is no room for error when it's where money is concerned. You're not only having to answer to people, you're having to answer to the IRS. Money is very dangerous when you're dealing with it. A lot of people are very good at it. Somebody that's very good at it needs to be over top of it, needs to make sure it's handled properly, not just somebody who says, hey, I'll run with it. No, don't do that. Make sure it's done properly, make sure it's done right. Can you ride the sleigh come snowfall? Who says I can't ride it without snow? What? You never knew it had wheels, did you? Ray chews tobacco. Yes. Christina said, I believe in prayer. I do. I do. I pray for every one of you all night. You know, before I go to bed, I will pray for you. There's no doubt in my mind. And guys, it don't have to be elaborate. It don't have to be a sophisticated prayer. It can just, Lord, pray for everybody in this chat tonight. Make sure they stay healthy. Make sure their travels are safe, and make sure they're around with us. Guide them in the way that you want them guided. It don't have to be big and fancy. It can just be a short little prayer. He's listening. Amen. Amen. Sandra, you are welcome. Yeah, the court should do something. Yeah, the court should, if they're going to set up something for money to come in, then they need to be over top of the money side of it and things like that. It needs to be put into the hands of an expert or somebody that knows what's going on. That's the key thing. I'm surprised a family member hasn't started a channel. That's very surprising. I'm surprised one of the nephews or something like that hasn't started one. And don't be surprised if they don't. That's just my opinion there. A lot of information out there. Yeah. I may be behind. I'm working and listening. That's fine. Has Eric been live by any chance? No, the only time I've seen Eric, he put up a video of his father-in-law. His father-in-law evidently was in the service, and he had put up a video of his father-in-law who has Alzheimer's, and it's a simulator to where it's like you're on a plane and you're jumping out of the plane and you're parachuting down. And if you've ever seen the videos of the guys pulling the strings where you're parachuting down, it's one of those. And his father-in-law is in that video doing that, and that's the last thing I've seen from Eric. Yeah, Carol, we're not about cussing in here. We're not about raising Cain and doing any of that. We can have a conversation without being nasty toward each other or anything like that. Roll Tide, Sherry. Let's see. The state has guardianship over all three. Once that happens, they will stay in state's care. You may be right on the dot there. You may be. I don't know how this road ends. I really don't. And I don't know if there is a way for this to end in a way that everybody's happy and content. I don't know. It hurts my heart, but that's true. Um, Someone's not going to be happy here, folks, and I think it's going to be a lot of people the way this ends, and it's just not a good situation. If anybody ever needs state help, they do. Betty needs to be with them. Vivian, hello, Vivian. How are you? Christina Bell. Let's see. Helena, how are you? I think I said that right, didn't I? Where is Betty staying? I believe with Patrick. That was the video that she put up the other night. It looks like she is in his home. I know I've seen two videos now. One of her, laying on the couch, lying on a couch, um, and she has the dog with her. And then the one in the big leather chair. It looks like it's in Patrick's home. Let's see. Guys, somebody just made a very good point here about Betty, Northern Grace. What happens to Betty here? Um, if the other three are not brought back and Betty's here, Betty's getting up in the age. I know we want to bring the other three back, but we've also got to figure out what happens to Betty and what's the best thing for Betty. Somebody said, can she go into a senior living facility? Can she go into a senior place? Guys, I'm sure that has to be looked at down the road somewhere. It really does. If the other three don't come back and everybody gets together, I agree. What happens to Betty? We just don't know right now. It's really sad. Betty needs care too. Correct. Betty needs it. Yes. This is hard for Betty. It really is. It really is. Pam said assistant living. Do you think Betty could visit her siblings? Somewhere along the line, look, you feel like they've got to allow Betty to see them. Somewhere along the line, it has to happen. Um, I don't know why you wouldn't. I've had family members in nursing homes and assisted living facilities and things like that, and I've had the opportunity to go and see them. You've had the same thing, I'm sure, and had the opportunity to go and see them. Rebecca said, "Roll Tide from Alabama. Roll Tide." You would think that somewhere along the line, Betty will get to see him. Yeah, you would think. Linda, Betty, Lorraine always pointed to her head, making a face. We've talked about that, Linda. It makes you wonder if it was headaches. Somebody even made a reference one night saying maybe it was migraines. It could be, but there was something there that she wanted somebody um, to really get into it and figure out what's going on. So I'm hoping with her being in a facility or in a hospital to where they can care for her, that somebody investigates that. Because even with Eric, and we've talked about this, it seemed like she trusted Eric. Um, there was, I'm sorry, there was a point where it just looked like she trusted Eric quite a bit. So, and she would. That was the first thing when Eric popped up on that porch, she'd point to her head and make that sound like there's something hurting me. Yeah. All right, guys, let me hop off here. I will talk with you soon. God bless you. I hope everybody has a great night. Be good. And like I said, go out and do something for others. I got somebody blowing my phone up. I will talk with you soon. God bless you. Have a good night. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for the Kirks.